Hey guys, Jeff the Nature Guy here at Zoo, Montana, and you know what? It doesn't really feel like winter here in Montana, at least. We haven't had much snow, but that doesn't mean we still can't do winter crafts because it's still a little chilly out there, especially when that wind blows. And today I want to do a craft where you make a snowflake out of yarn. Now, fair warning, you gotta have some patience to do this. I made this and it was a little difficult for me, so I just want to put that out there. So if you have patience and you got some time on your hands, perfect opportunity for you to do this craft. If you don't have patience, hey, try it anyway. You can always try, right? I'm pretty happy with how mine turned out. So anyway, that said, here's what we're gonna do. There's a way you can cheat on this, but I like to be artistic and different and make my own snowflake, so I'm going to draw my snowflake. However, if you go to any store, ask mom and dad, you could probably find paper plates that have snowflakes already drawn on the front of it. So if you want that, go and check that out. So first thing we're going to do is, like I said, I'm going to draw a snowflake. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a pattern here, and in the magic of television, I am going to move that and I'm going to bring in what that pattern looks like. So you can see here, I just basically took and made a snowflake. I had different little arms there and made a star pattern. Again, it's not even. You can see that triangle smaller than that triangle, but that's why I love it. It's yours and it's your only unique snowflake, just like every snowflake out there is unique. So that said, now comes the fun part. And again, you might want mom and dad's help with this. I'm going to bend down for just a minute. What you're going to want to do is find a push pin, a thumbtack, something like that. Remember, it's sharp, so be careful. And on that snowflake, you're going to want to go to every point and every spot that the lines overlap, and you're going to want to poke a hole. So what do I mean? So right there, there's a point, boop, I'm going to poke a hole right there. Here's another point right there, boop, poke a hole, poke a hole, poke a hole. Right there, the lines connect, I'm going to poke a hole there. You're going to do that around the whole thing, okay? And so at the end, when you turn it over, you're getting a bunch of little holes that don't really look like they make much sense, but they will, I promise. Okay, this is where you're going to need mom and dad's help. You're going to have to ask for a sewing needle, or sometimes you might be able to use a knitting needle. In fact, I actually made mine out of wire. I'm like that, I couldn't find any sewing needle, so I made a wire needle. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to make a loop, and you're going to want to find some yarn, any color you want. And again, it's your unique snowflake, so make it whatever you want. I like black, so I chose black. So that's when you're going to take that needle, you're going to thread it. I already threaded mine because I'm old and it takes me a long time to thread a needle, so I did it for you, so you don't have to sit here and watch me struggle. Thread the needle, and then at that point, that's when you're going to take your plate, you're going to flip it over on the front, and you're going to stick this needle right through that plate, just like so. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull that through, and you're going to pull yarn, and you're going to want to give yourself a lot of yarn to use because, well, you're going to use a lot of yarn to make this pattern. So pull that through and get a long piece ready to go. Then it's just all about threading that needle through those holes that you made. So like I said, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go to the next hole that I see. It doesn't have to be any particular hole. It could be any one you want, and you're going to point it through there. You're going to pull that through and basically make it tight like that. And then you're going to go to the next hole and beyond and beyond. And at the end of the day, when you're done, look at that. So cool. Now, a couple things to note. You're going to probably go through a couple holes a couple different times. That's all right. And my favorite part, you turn it over. It's ugly. It doesn't look good. But boom, you flip it over. Looks like a little snowflake. You poke a hole on the top, you hang it in your room, you've got your own unique snowflake. How cool is that? And real quick tip for you, make sure you tape the end of that yarn when you're done with it so it doesn't pull through and mess up your snowflake. If you're really talented, you can use different colors too. Too much for me. Guys, until next time, I'm Jeff the Nature Guy here at Zoo, Montana with my crafty little snowflake.